Hey there, bloomers and friends. Good to be coming to you again this week in the life of Bloom in the Desert Ministries in Palm Springs, California, and beyond. Of course, the news continues to be, as I said on Facebook, rip snortin'. That's a word that we used up in Wisconsin. But it is not something I can comment on every single week, so no commentary from me about the news this week. What I do want to mention about is this Sunday is the kind of official beginning of our season for Bloom in the, around the year kind of season, where it is October. It's the 1st of October, first Sunday of October, and that is traditionally, ever since I've been a kid, World Communion Sunday. It is World Communion Sunday was started by the Presbyterian Church, and it was a way to try to recognize that we as Christians are a global faith organization. Now, we have many different parts, and it's like the Apostle Paul says in one of his letters that the body of Christ is many different parts, but we can't say that we can do without, one without any of the others. And so, yes, we do have many different parts and many different approaches and perspectives on Christian faith, but there is the reality that globally, in the realm of God, we are one. And so, that being the case, this World Communion Sunday is to try to have it be that this is a Sunday when everyone, Catholics, Protestants, all together, share in Holy Communion in this aspect of an expression of unity, but not only unity, but I would hope empathy, outreach, understanding. It's not an aspect to say that we're better or we're taking over the world, but that we have a world presence. And when you have a world presence, you have a responsibility. In fact, being a Christian is a responsibility in your life, and it's not something that is really yours or mine to judge about ourselves, but it's more along the lines of, are we exhibiting the love of Christ for others to see? I like the phrase or the little incident that somebody related to me at one time about the Amish man. And a newspaper reporter went up to him and said, because he's Amish, he wasn't Lutheran, he wasn't Catholic, he wasn't Methodist or Congregational, he was Amish, and so kind of a maybe neophyte or not very sophisticated reporter at some local paper went up to the Amish farmer and said, "Are you a Christian?" And the farmer replied, "Well, you'll have to ask my neighbor." That is certainly a basis. And so as we are together as Christians in the world, let's also ask our neighbors if we're really are able to be identified in that way. Let's ask our Muslim neighbors, our Jewish neighbors, our non-religious neighbors, and let's ask our hurting neighbors and our prisoned neighbors and our sick neighbors, and ask them, is that person a Christian? And hopefully our behavior will make it be that we are actually living up to who we say we are. So World Communion Sunday, it's a global experience and a local experience, and we'll be acknowledging that this Sunday. And I'm also looking forward to the fact that this weekend is the Eastern Association meeting, which is our organization in the United Church of Christ. It's our regional organization of the churches in our eastern end of our Southern California, Nevada conference of the UCC. We stretch we have a very broad area. It is Las Vegas over to us, down to us, and then over to Claremont. That's kind of like what the triangle, Las Vegas, Palm Springs, or Coachella Valley, and over to Claremont. There's another church in Palm Desert, but they aren't really active in the association. But so Coachella Valley, so Las Vegas, Coachella Valley, over to Claremont, up to Santa Barbara. is no, not Santa Barbara. That's a different one. Claremont. That's that's a good one. So not to get too much in the weeds about that, the reason I wanted to mention it is one, we have a good number of people that are going. Two, we have people who are in now association leadership and volunteer positions, both on section A and B of the Church and Ministry Committee. So that's two people. Actually three when I'm thinking about it now as it's happening. And then we also have someone who is going to go on the executive committee, I'm pretty sure. So that'll be another situation. And we have, others that may be volunteering. Oh yeah, 4, 5. So we have a number of people that are present. And the other aspect is that we may have someone elected to leadership, and that's a good thing. The final thing I want to say about that is that it is at the Fall Eastern Association meeting that 14 years ago, this particular meeting, not this particular day, but this particular meeting 14 years ago, Bloom affiliated and was voted into affiliation with the United Church of Christ, which means next year, in October, the end of October actually, we will be celebrating our 15th anniversary of being affiliated with the United Church of Christ as an open and affirming congregation and a peace and justice congregation. So we're looking forward to that celebration a year from now, and we're looking forward to this gathering of United Church of Christ members and clergy in the weekend coming up at the San Bernardino Church on Saturday. That we'll be back for Sunday, so we'll see you then for World Communion Sunday. Wonderful musicians with Malcolm and Anna Rangel, a special soprano musician who's going to be with us for the first time. And you'll look in Bloom Notes for her picture and bio and so forth. Very, very talented, wonderful woman. So look forward to seeing you then. If you can't be with us in spirit, please be with us. Wait a minute. If you can't be with us in person, be with us in spirit. And you can be with us on Facebook Live. We'll see you next Saturday. See you next Sunday.